This week, we're taking a look at two very different albums from different worlds that have one thing in common. They're both bona fide rock and roll classics. The Cars' Candy-O and Grateful Dead's American Beauty. I'm Scott T. Sterling, and this is the RHINO Report. The term rock and roll encompasses an extremely wide range of music, as personified by this pair of disparate essentials from two of America's greatest bands ever, Grateful Dead and the Cars. Let's take a closer look at these top-shelf triumphs. First up, we have the Cars and the band's second album, Candy-O. After releasing what many consider a perfect album, the Cars' self-titled debut from 1978, Ric Ocasek and Company had the daunting task of following up an instant classic packed with radio hits and fan favorites. So in 1979, the Cars returned with Candy-O. Here are 3 fun facts about this essential LP. Fact number 1. Candy-O outperformed the Cars' debut on the charts. The Cars' storied first album was full of timeless hits, including My Best Friend's Girl, Just What I Needed, and Let the Good Times Roll, propelling the record to peak at number 18 on the Billboard 200 in March 1979. Thanks to that album's staying power, Candy-O reaped the benefits. With fans hungry for more music from the Cars, the group's second LP cruised all the way to number 3 on the Billboard 200 in August of '79. Fact number 2, the album cover was painted by a famous pinup artist. Artist Alberto Vargas was famous for his pinup girl painting style that appeared in magazines like Playboy and Esquire. Even though he'd retired from making art, Vargas, who was 83 years old at the time, was convinced to take the job by his niece, a fan of the Cars. Drummer David Robinson directed the original photo shoot at a Ferrari dealership, featuring model Candy Moore on the hood of a Ferrari 365 GTC4. And fact number 3, the album's title track features one of the best solos from guitarist Elliot Easton. Cars guitarist Elliot Easton is one of the most underrated players in the history of rock. His tasteful and understated style didn't lend itself to flashy guitar solos. On the song Candy-O, however, Easton turned up and let it rip, resulting in a high-octane guitar solo for the ages. Next up, we have the Grateful Dead's 5th studio album, American Beauty. Following the band's outstanding 4th studio effort, Working Man's Dead, the band returned with some of the strongest and best-known material of their entire career. Let's dive into American Beauty with 3 fun facts. Fact number 1, Phil Lesh and Bobby Weir flexed their considerable songwriting chops. Now, by 1970, band leader Jerry Garcia and lyricist Robert Hunter handled almost all of the Dead's songwriting chores. On American Beauty, however, Phil Lesh wrote Box of Rain and Bobby Weir delivered Sugar Magnolia. The album also features keyboardist Ron Pigpen McKiernan's one and only songwriting and lead vocal credit with the song Operator. Fact number 2, American Beauty arrived just 5 months after Working Man's Dead. So after producing and releasing the critically and commercially successful Working Man's Dead album in June of 1970, Jerry Garcia and Company quickly returned to the lab to create American Beauty, which was released in November of the same year. Fact number 3, American Beauty hit a new chart peak in the year 2020. Now, back in 1970, heavy radio airplay helped send American Beauty to peak at number 30 on the Billboard 200. In 2020, the record was re-released by your friends here at RHINO Records as a 3-CD set for its 50th anniversary, featuring a remastered edition of the original album and a live show recorded at the famous Capitol Theater in Port Chester, New York. The 50th anniversary set climbed all the way to number 19 on the same Billboard 200 chart. Now, you're probably wondering what has brought these two very different rock classics together. Well, both are out now as the latest selections for RHINO's High Fidelity vinyl series. Rhino High Fidelity continues to set the industry standard for sound quality and packaging, a testament to RHINO's 45-year legacy of award-winning audio releases. To ensure an unrivaled listening experience, all album lacquers are AAA cut directly from the original stereo master tapes by Kevin Gray, while Optimal handles the 180-gram vinyl pressing. The meticulous attention to detail extends to the aesthetic experience. With glossy covers and tip-on jackets, reminiscent of vinyl's golden age. Both releases are limited to 5,000 copies, so act fast and get your copies today. Now let us know in the comments which one of these releases you're most excited to pick up, The Cars or Grateful Dead. Let's duke it out in the comments. And dive into our new High Fidelity merch line, featuring t-shirts, hoodies, dad hats, and slip mats. Great gifts for the audiophile in your life. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Rhino channel for new episodes every Friday.